Hey, what's going on, guys? MindyQ77B here. Welcome back to the episode NASCAR Thunder 2000, episode number 21 today for the Sirius satellite radio at the Glen. Our rookie season continues to be somewhat of a struggle, but that's okay. It's all about the struggle and the grind for this Andy Petrie Racing expansion program that we're trying to build upon. Yeah, Indy was kind of like sort of what I expected, but I was hoping I would get a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? The purse didn't really help us out that much. The one thing we're definitely going to be doing, though, is repairing this engine. That's exactly what we're going to do for 2 races. Make sure to get this thing up and ready to go. I don't think we're going to be able to do any other work, though, because we're still waiting for this one to get done. So that's all she wrote there. We're going to use the same stuff that we did for Indianapolis as well. Just going to use the same stuff, because we only got 2 of everything. We kind of just... Our strategy is basically just to alternate chassis and engines for a little while before we get like 3 or 4 different chassis in a row, or engines in a row. Especially since I don't know, I kind of want to lay off on the chassis building because of the tire grip coming in about six races. So I might as well just wait like 12 races, I guess, or maybe not. Honestly, maybe not. Thinking about it now, I might go build myself another chassis just to be safe, just to have like a better chassis, and I could maybe have 3 chassis lying around. Maybe, I don't really know. I don't know the full plan just yet. Point standings wise, we're still in 38th, and no, I'm not changing that number color, even though I know it's completely incorrect. We're still 38th in the standings, still about 60 points now from Chad Little, but I think we can get some spots here today at Watkins Glen. Judging by our somewhat success at Sonoma anyway, I expect Watkins Glen to be a little bit kinder to us, especially since I hope the AI doesn't want to murder us in every corner possible. So let's see how we can do here at Watkins Glen. I love Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen. I can't talk anymore. I have a stroke. Watkins Glen is one of my favorite races to race on, no matter what game it is, or mainly like any like NASCAR and NASCAR goes here. I just love road course racing. I mean, after all, I did start playing like Gran Turismo when I was like very, very young, so I kind of like used to like the whole racing game aesthetic, and like ever since then, I've just been like a hip to just road course racing. It's just so much fun. Yeah, Watkins Glen. Definitely a track where... Alright, for this setup, I actually wanted to put high amount of downforce on this setup as horse. So that way the car can turn. I mean, after all, our downforce stats are literally at 50. So we kind of have to try to compensate that by having the maximum amount of downforce. I still think you want to have the maximum amount of downforce regardless. My biggest issue with it is kind of like the fuel, I would say. Like, the fuel is kind of like the biggest worry I have, only because it's 22 laps and you're gonna have 22 gallons. I'm afraid that the AI will probably just try to stretch it out as best they can. Let's see, what's this lap time gonna be? Holy crap, that was my fastest lap ever. 1:10.3. I think the best I had looks like a 1:10.9. I just picked up like 0.6 of a second. Jesus Christ. Speaking of, we have Kevin LePage, who actually was going to qualify on pole, but don't forget, I exist. Not a good existence, but I exist nonetheless. Anyway, let's begin this crapshoot.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series made a right turn today on its way to Watkins Glen International for today's race, the Sirius satellite radio at the Glen. There aren't many road courses on the NASCAR Winston Cup schedule. What will the drivers have to deal with in this one, Barney?
Well, the Glen is quite fast for a road course. The problem is getting these big, heavy cars to handle well through the tight turns. A missed braking point can spell disaster for these drivers if they shoot through a corner too fast.
The Delphi car is always fast on these road courses. That's why we always see him start in the top 10.
Yeah, turning right as well as left doesn't seem to slow him down a bit. He's always near the top of the speed charts in practice and in qualifying.
Jeff Burton has a solid top 10 spot in the standings so far.
You know, all these guys are very happy with their top 10 season so far. Hopefully they can mount a charge that will pick them up some more points on the leaders.
How about the consistency shown by Tony Stewart?
Ah, yes, the old right turns don't slow him down a bit either. He handles these tracks like the true professional he is.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
So we have a very interesting grid line up here. We have Presley and Schrader in row 2. We have Kevin LePage, of all people, that's starting on 2nd place. I guess Roush decided to finally give him a good car for once. As well as Chad Little. For some reason, Chad is somewhat decent at road courses in his mod for some reason. I mean, that's okay. I'm really disappointed in Kenny Walsh for starting in dead last. That's not, you're not supposed to do that, sir. Anyway, we got 22 laps at the Glen, and we're racing right off the bat. I just hope this race doesn't turn into like Sonoma, where it was a complete pinball fest. That's the thing I was worried about going into this race. Oh my. LePage just has that outside line speed. Oh gosh, it's gonna be like Sonoma all over again, isn't it? Where the whole field just pinballs one another. That's the thing I'm worried about too. So we're still running in 2nd place as of right now, but Presley and Schrader are really on their way to crank that Soldier Boy going into the bus stop chicane. I just hope they don't do that. We're gonna try to protect the bottom, the inside here. That was almost a disaster for Robert Presley. Oh boy, there he goes. Into the wall he goes. Earnhardt is running in 3rd. We're gonna try to push him up the track just a little bit. And unfortunately, that kind of opens the door for Schrader. Can we not hit that wall? There we go. And Wally Dallenbach, too, all running inside the top 5 starting off of this race. So we're back down to the bottom of the podium here on the first lap. Try to meet a brotherly shove for our brother Dally Dallenbach. Wow. I cannot talk to save my life. Nope, we're going to give another brotherly shove to our man Dale Earnhardt Sr. here as well. And we're going to stay on the podium for the first opening lap. Already down 2 seconds already. Where the hell did that speed come from, LePage? Gonna go back down to 2nd gear and go back through the gears again, and they're just all over me, man. I could try what I can to fend off these guys, but no promises or nothing. Ooh. Oh, they're just really going at me. Senior is just, where did that come from, my guy? I know I don't have as much straightaway speed as like half of you guys. We're gonna protect the spot again, and then. They're sounding that they're wrecking back there. It sounds like they're wrecking back there, but they kept it together. Good news there for them. But man, I'm just trying to hold on to 3rd. It looks like it ain't gonna happen though, because Presley just gets a good launch off the outside of me, and we're just still trying to hang on to that 4th place spot. It's like a mosquito. He just keeps coming back and ready to bite me in the ass more, it seems. As Chad Little, of all people, trying to pass the 3 car. As we lost the back end there a little bit there. We're going to make it slip, and we let 2 spots go by just like that. Not exactly what I wanted to see. We lost the top 5. We're not going to be so kind to Ricky Rudd. Dale Sr.'s ready to send me to the friggin' stratosphere for holding him up too long. In fact, he doesn't even need to do that, as we overshoot the corner ourselves. We've fallen so many places back now because of that little mistake. We're back down to 13th. They're probably going to keep falling back here, actually. Now, in terms of the pit strategy, though, I really don't know what to do. I think the fuel-wise, I think we're gonna have to hope for a caution. That way we get our pit stop early. If a caution comes out now, we can actually try to get our pit stop early, and just try to hope for the whole field to come down pit road with about 3 lap tire fresh advantage. As Kenny Irwin nearly loses it right then and there, trying to hold on to that top 10 spot. Johnny Benson there, ready to send us down to the inside, as well as Jeremy Mayfield. We just keep losing spots, yo. We have just, where did this race pace come from? I really have no idea. They were just so fast to qualify, but in race trim, though, they're just so good. Same thing with Sonoma. Like, where did that pace come from? Oh gosh! Ever since I nudged Rusty Wallace the wrong way, I just see somebody back there just going spinning off into the distance in the sand trap. Do you see that back there? You see that in the mirrors? Like that had nothing to do with me sending Rusty Wallace to the wayside. That's not how I should race the point leader, but here we are. It's like the chicane. It seems like a bit of a problem corner for like half the field anyway. I mean, at this point, we can just go top off on fuel and not have to worry about it the rest of the race, I hope. I hope the AI kind of stay out, but at the same time, they should be able to make it at that point forward, if that's the case. We need to come on in regardless. I'm just hoping the AI stay out and then just come back down pit road. That's kind of like what I'm hoping for, really. All right, let's see what happened. Yeah, it had nothing to do with me. Jimmy Spencer just lost it on his own. pretty minor anticlimactic caution. I know I just sent Rusty Wallace off the racetrack, and I just apparently Mr. Excitement just got a little excited. Definitely we want to come on down and just take tires as well. I don't see a reason why not to pit. I don't want to make any changes to the setup. I felt comfortable the way it is. Like even in practice, I'm just getting railroaded because all the people that are so much quicker than we are. And needless to say, the entire field agrees that we should just come on in and just take fuel and tires. We got held up in the pits. Okay, sure. Thanks. Thanks, AI. We held up Labonte. A lot of stuff being held up right now. This sounds like a slow stop. I've seen worse. We're gonna come out in 15, so no, 14. So we actually lost and maybe gained a couple spots. Some people lost a lot of spots, I think. All right, off to the restart. We got our teammate Joe Nemechek right behind us. We're gonna try to get a good launch going into turn number 1, but was it legal what I did? Probably not. Try to make it. Be careful going into 1, but also trying to make a big send. Dallenbach just gets a send of the century as we don't even. I lost track of what gear I was in. Apparently, 4th gear I was not in the correct gear at all. And now we're just gonna try to hope to God we don't get killed by these people behind us. These monsters behind us ready to just send us to the stratosphere. Scott Pruitt, of all people, is going to pass us as well. I think he might be rookie of the race at this point. Going to the backstretch chicane. I'm just so worried. Kenseth hits the inside wall. There's more contact. I mean, we're both rookies. We kind of don't know what we're doing. I mean, what do you expect? The car is just... They just have so much more grip. That's what's going on. Like, the car setup feels fine. Like, I feel pretty good. It's just, for some reason, they just go, dude. They just go. Why is it that their qualifying lap time slower than their actual race pace, man? That's what kind of annoys me. I mean, it's kind of like that in Thunder 04, but except it's kind of like the opposite problem some of the time. And the other time, it's, you know, it is the thing where they actually go a little bit faster than they should. So now I'm just going to be playing defense against 2 lanes. Not exactly what I want to do for a living here at Watkins Glen as we got sent by DW. And we kind of used Sterling Marlin as a bit of a bumper anyway. I think at this point forward, I think it's just try your best to try to hold on. I know it sounds kind of cliche. It's kind of the same thing I do every week, but look at this. Look how much faster they are. It's kind of appalling, really. Oh, I almost caused a major accident. There's more crunching back there. I'm kind of hoping for a major wreck to happen right there, but Mike Skinner almost just caused one. I'm okay with that. Let them keep damaging themselves. I'll be perfectly fine with that. But they're just right back up to me, man. What do I do? What do I do? I can't keep going back and forth like this forever. Especially since they can go right around me on the outside. But we're gonna keep giving him the brotherly shove. Keep both of these guys the brotherly shove. Even Kenseth the brotherly shove. We just kept our foot in it the entire time because we just kept using him as a corner. Thanks, Kenseth, for letting you lose as a corner. Oh, this is just a mess, isn't it? Oh gosh, I swear I'm not trying to wreck anybody, but I'm just trying to make sure I stay in the top 30 at this point. Like, we have a fast car. It's just the AI just really, like, it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, the sheep's clothing is the qualifying lap time, and the wolf is this fucking race pace that all the AI just seem to have. Like, where? Like, you couldn't suspect that. I mean, then again, Sonoma was like that too. As we don't even know what track limits are, but that's okay. We're not Formula One. Ow. Bobby, you're my man. You're not supposed to do that to me, my man. You're my man. You just sent me to the Shadow Realm by my own favorite driver, man. Come on. I mean, that's cool, but that ain't cool. I don't know if I'm getting top 30, guys. I'm just letting you know this now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get top 30 with the way these AI are driving. No siree. I don't think I have a shot that much. Unless the AI wreck themselves off the chicane, and they do. Oh my god, they do. Where is the yellow flag? Where is the yellow flag? There it is. Now, the question is, do I take tires and damage repair or not? I don't know what to do here, to be honest. I kind of want to get some tires to get at least, well, try to climb our way back through the field anyway, but this whole time we've just been kind of like defending this entire time. I'm afraid if I were to just keep staying out where we are now, I'm not going to gain much, but if I were to come on in, I might not be able to get the spots back. Quite a predicament, really, as there's no way. They just gained all that fucking time back.
You're flying out there, buddy. Good job.
I don't like my situation. This might be a bad call, but I might come on in. The sky is now ground for Bill Elliott. Oh, good. Kenny made it through. Yay. You having fun in the beach there, Bill Elliott? It's not a good call, but I gotta do something here. I think I need some tire. I mean, the damage also kind of helps out a little bit too. So this may not be the right call, but we're gonna do it anyway. I'm also lowering the pressure slightly as well.
You're the boss.
Well, thankfully you didn't have to see that horrendous stop. Yeah, this is not the right call, I can already tell you. I should not have done this. If it does work, then I'm giving myself a pat on the back. Oh, that time just changed a lot, didn't it? Anyway, we're back underway. Hopefully we can get ourselves a good launch going into turn number 1. Let's see here. We got a completely crippled Bill Elliott here. We got to try to do something with all this. We gotta make something worthwhile here as they break very early. We're gonna try to make all these spots in one go. We make 9 spots in one, like 8 spots in one go because we just completely defied the laws of the race. Anyway, the tires are kind of helping already, so that's good news. I'm just afraid of that straight line speed because some of them they just really still have the straight line speed. All right, let's see if I can actually get that spot back. We were 24th before. We're going to try to get as many spots as we can. We're going to be a bit more patient. We're not going to be the AI and just go thinking 3 wide. Going in the 1 was a great idea as we cut the grass again. I don't have the John Deere sponsorship though. That's Chad Little. So yeah, ever since the first corner, we can't seem to get much more of spots to be gained. I'm kind of wondering if we can get some another caution again. That'd be great. I'm sending it. That almost worked. That almost worked completely. So now we're back to 32nd. We need 2 more spots to make this worthwhile and hold on to it. We need 2 spots and to hold on to it. I think another yellow will work out just fine. It would need to happen now, though, of course. Let's see if we can make a pass on Jubug. Not exactly the cleanest of passes, but hey, what are you gonna do? So we got 1 more to go. We got Brett Bodine, and then we're gonna be okay. I think that this call kind of works out because we would still be defending. Well, okay, that was not a good exit off the S's there. We would still be defending, honest to goodness, and we would probably just eventually lose out on all those spots. So I think this call is the right one. As okay, there's death behind us. There is still death behind us. I mean, Junior ran into me. I'm not sure what to tell you. I mean, it's like this is an online racing too. You always have to accommodate for the person in front of you's braking zone. So the AI did not fail to follow that. We're in the top 30. Very good stuff to see. We have another chance of a restart as well, so we can actually try to gain more spots again. We can try to make up completely of the lost spots that we've gained. I like that. I still like these like the sky changes as the race goes on. I still like that. What probably isn't nice is because there's crunching, there's death, there's well, look away, Junior fans. You saw nothing, I promise. All the Junior fans, you saw nothing, I promise. You saw nothing. You still saw nothing. All right, we're gonna have about a few laps to go in this race, so that's gonna be good enough for us. We're not gonna pit, of course, so we're gonna have a 3-lap dash to the finish. We're going to commit a little bit of illegal nonsense here. Don't you worry. Stacey Compton gets a good launch off the straightaway because of that engine power of his. That's nice to see. And now we go make a barbarian move down the inside. Completely locking up the tires, and now we're stuck in 26. So after all that, we gained about 4 spots there. Really nice stuff to see. Or 2, 3, 4 spots? I lost track. Let's just try to get the remaining positions that we can. We got about 2.5 laps to go at this point. I'm just hoping we can get a little bit more out of the tires there before we just completely die. I mean, we're still gonna have to defend a little bit. Down to the chicane, can we make a pass? I'm gonna decide against it, as we got more people going to the outside. We're gonna be Bobby. You just killed my man. Labonte just killed my man. Bobby Hamilton's like that. I do not approve. I do not approve, my good sir. All right, 2 laps to go in this race. Can we make a move against the 3-time champ, Darrell Waltrip, down into turn number 1? Gonna have to do a little bit of brotherly shoving there as we make up another spot. Hey, we got 3 more spots. We'll be in the top 20. So already officially, this strategy has given us a net gain of +1. I thought the strategy wouldn't work, and to be quite honest, it probably wouldn't have if it weren't for that caution. If a caution comes out now, the race is essentially over. I don't even know who's still leading. If it's LePage still, I'll be quite surprised. All right, come down to the bus stop chicane. He's got to watch out for this gaggle of cars that are right here. They tend to really not give each other that much space, but they do that time. Can we make a move on Sterling Marlin down in the carousel as we give a little bit of a brotherly shove? Thank you for being my corner, my good sir. I'll be sure to drink some Coors when I'm done with this whole race as we clear the spot away. 2 more spots. Can we get 2 more spots in 1 more lap? I don't think so. But the leader's going to take the white flag off the corner anyway. Unfortunately for us, not a single lap led. Never mind. We got some wreck on the front stretch, and the race is going to be over, so we can't even get one last shot at it. Apparently, there's a wreck on the front straightaway, which I'm not sure where that is. But we're going to come home in 22nd today. So what happened there? What's going to end the race? Oh, debris caution at the end of it. Ricky Rudd just wants this race to be over with. And I think that might be Jeff Burton that's taking home the win. I think so, too. Chad Little's going to probably come home in 3rd if that's the case. Oh, my lord. So the race is over. It looks like it's going to be Jeff Burton that wins today. Rudd comes home 2nd. I can't even talk anymore. Chad Little gets 3rd somehow. Andretti 4th and Johnny Benson 5th. We come home 22nd.
Very many lead changes.
You could definitely tell the drivers who had the stronger cars. They got out front early, and they stayed there the majority of the race.
We hope you enjoyed today's race as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, this is Joe Moore and Barney Hall signing off.
So it was the mayor himself, Jeff Burton, steals the show away to win at Watkins Glen. What a wild ride that was for us. Thankfully, a couple cautions there kind of helped us out in the finishing department. But we're going to get paid, though. I think we got just outside the top 20. But, of course, some other guys that we're racing against unfortunately finished ahead of us. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, I was hoping they finish a little bit higher after starting on pole. But why is it always like in this game? It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're kind of slow in qualifying, but and the race pace turns around, and they just jack it up to like 99. I don't know. Speaking of 99, that's your winner today, Jeff Burton. I was hoping to get some Ward Burton victories at some point. So, well, for now, here's the mayor. Well, that was a mess, for sure. We got a lot of money out of that, though. $313,000 was that entirety of the... It's either that or that was our total anyway, but I think that was like our total earnings that race. Jeff Burton comes away with the win today, having 2 lead changes. It was kind of the all Roush show, really. I mean, all the Roush cars did pretty good that time. We got Jeff Burton at 1 today. Did he lead the most laps? No. Ricky Rudd led 14. Chad Little gets 3rd. John Andretti gets 4th. Johnny Benson 5th. Scary Terry finishes 6th. Kevin LePage. I mean, he had a fast 5 laps. I'll give him that. Robert Presley 8th. Jeff Gordon 9th after starting in 37th. You need to fucking chill. And Scott Pruitt. Scott Pruitt ends up in 10th place. I think he might be rookie of the race. In fact, he is. He actually edged out Matt Kenseth as well. Irwin Jr. 12th. Let's see. Where'd our teammates finish? 18th, and Kenny Wallace finished 29th. Well, better than last anyway. So who died then? Oh no. Oh no. Both the Earnhardts. And Robbie Gordon finished 41st. Oh, that's not good for being a road ringer. Both the Dale and Dale's DNF. Oh, gosh. Well, that was sure fun, wasn't it? Next up is the Pepsi 400 at Michigan. I mean, we're gonna lose points to Chad Little, believe it or not, now because of that great finish. Yeah, we're a bit far behind now. Did we gain anything on anybody else? Probably. I mean, LePage did a pretty good job too. So all the people that were racing against the points, like, they kind of finished ahead of us. It's not exactly what I want to see at all. At the slightest, anyway. Let's see. We have $355,000 now. I guess that was our total. I thought it was a little bit. I was hoping for a little bit more, actually. So we got prestige going up. Really nice to see. And we can actually finally get some stuff going on. 52.59 for the tire grip and tire wear, though. I can't wait to see what we can try to work on here as the stuff goes on. I might overhaul this just to try to get the downforce up on this thing. Oh, this 55 on the tire grip and all that. Oh, that's gonna be bad. So it's gonna take me a minute to figure out what I'm gonna do with all this, really. Yeah, what a wacky, wild race at Watkins Glen, eh? And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. We just recently surpassed 600 subs, so I appreciate it, you guys. We'll see you in the next one. We go to Michigan. See you guys then.